Economies like Japan are likely to be hit hardest by coming changes as higher average wages incentivize automation. Efficiencies are easier to be realized. Employment in industries like healthcare will increase. That's the flip side of the medal. Aging population, while jobs that involve physical labor, machinists, cooks, or data processing, are most likely at risk of automation. So it's not across the board that we will see a reduction.
Are you talking about Japan?
Japan, yes. We live in an aging society, and there will be a need for more care workers. That robots will not be able to replace it. That is people-to-people generation, people-to-people work that you cannot automate. We still need people for that. But on the other hand, like data processing, for example, that can all be automated. You were talking about this. I think half a year ago when you met somebody who showed you how to use OCR technology, for example, to basically erase and completely automate a lot of this data processing. So that kind of employment will definitely be at risk. So what will be the balance here? First of all, we will see a shift in employment going from office workers towards care workers. So that is of course a process that will take place. But the question is, okay, will there be enough employment remaining in Japan?
Care workers will going to be required more people, but office worker cannot replace it.
Exactly.
So what's going to do?
Well, I think. So you think that the balance as a whole, there will be more care workers required than office workers?
Matching.
I think actually we will lose a lot of office workers, to be honest with you.
But we don't need it.
We don't need it. So we don't need that many office workers to replace. I think there will be a surplus of people leaving the offices, more than we need in terms of care workers.
But care workers cannot replace those people. Cannot be replaced by those people.
By the office workers,
Yeah.
Exactly. So that will lead to
So
unemployment.
what are we going to do?
Well, one of the things that in order to remain stability in society is to have this minimum wage, minimum income, base income, to support the livelihoods of those people in order to keep cohesion in society.
No, my question is how we're going to fill in those shortage of people for case workers.
For care workers?
Yeah, care workers. Million people in shortage.
Well, I think actually, I wonder, well, seriously, but this is just my feeling. We do not need that many additional workers.
Why?
Because a lot of people will be unemployed, so they can be looking after their parents and their care workers. It's more of a voluntary system that will.
I know, but I old parent know it's impossible.
Okay, of course you need professionals for people who.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's a lot of people at the moment who are quite well capable of living independently with a little work, with a little help from neighbors or a little help from people in that area to support them to be to live independently for a long time. So now we are relying on professionals, right? But we already see this happening in the Netherlands, where basically the divide between working and voluntary work is changing. So there are a lot of people who are contributing to their society, to what's happening in their direct environment, where especially the people who are on at the moment are falling into the professional healthcare system. They're capable of actually staying outside of that healthcare system by a little support that they can get from volunteers within their own areas. So I'm talking about helping with shopping. I'm talking about coming to that person's home just to have a chat and a cup of tea. every week, just to visit somebody in your neighborhood. There are programs in Amsterdam where young people, they can sign up, and they volunteer, and they kind of like create a relationship with an elderly person who's living by himself.
This is okay. I'm a member of some kind of new project. They're going to get some prize. So I am a member of the judge of those new projects.
Right.
One of those, just what you said. Okay, we're going to take care of the senior member. But problem is these are the longevity. Even though they are going to reach into over 90 years old, but still they are alive another several years.
Right.
For those people who's going to they can walk. Okay. Some cases, many cases, they can eat by themselves. Who's going to take care of them?
Well, in that case, I
This
mean,
is-
if they really cannot,
Those era will come in soon, within 10 years. Million people are like that. Who's going to take care of those people? But family cannot sustain kind of conditions. This is a problem. Government cannot consider, do not consider for that situation will coming soon. Who's going to do that? Okay, I take care of my wife, my mother. She's in care house. She cannot move. She cannot eat by herself.
right?
So they are going to take care of them. It's
But you cannot do that. You cannot do that,
family
right?
cannot do this.
Right. Right.
So who's going to take care of those people?
So this is like the situation for those people. I think Japan is a little bit lagging behind the other, like for example, European nations. If I look at the situation where people are being cared for, elderly people, the houses in the Netherlands that I know from the Netherlands are much more modern and better funded, and people live inside their own unit, not they're not like put into hospital beds and cannot move all day. It's a different situation. It's a different
No,
situation.
globally, Europe and America and China are the same. And very senior people, over 90 years old, is increasing a lot next 10 years. But those people are in house, okay, you can take care of those people. So what happened? This is a question.
Euthanasia.
No. This is a problem. Actually, my mother is like that. Okay, they can eat, they can stand up or they can move, but she will going to still alive next several years.
Question: does your mother want to keep on living?
But me,
Does she wants to keep on living?
who knows? She
cannot talk.
cannot speak.
So in the Netherlands, in that case, you can choose to end her life.
In Japan, no. Japan, because of religion, we will not do that.
Which is kind of surprising, because actually when it comes to religion, I think that the Netherlands is more strict. Basically,
Okay, I have
Christianity.
very heavy experience for the Confucianism. Confucianism is respect for parents.
Right.
This is not the right kind of Christianity spirit.
But respect, okay, basically, what happens is that if, while your parents are still in good condition, you discuss with them, okay, what do you want to do? What happens if, for
okay,
example...
beforehand, technology was not advanced, like sustain their longevity, but now is they can handle those things.
Right, but like for example, I have a contract with my mother. It's at the notary. If my mother would ever need, would ever get into a situation where she needs to be in a care home, and she cannot eat by herself, she cannot breathe by herself, she cannot look after herself anymore, she would 100% agree to my sister and I ending her life. She would want that.
We don't have kind of culture.
No,
Okay,
no.
This is
Is there any perspective of that ever coming into effect?
as long as possible. We should keep the kind of situation. You know.
But I wonder. I really wonder what is the benefit of living beyond 90 if you really there's I mean if there is nothing.
She has
If the quality of life is not.
I tell you, she has conscious, but cannot speak
Right.
and cannot move. Okay,
Right.
but so this is in Japan. We try to give her life as long as possible. No way. Okay, so this is a kind of religious spirit. This is Japanese history. We are taught recently still disappearing Japanese identity, but still exists. So this is different from Europe, Western.
From Netherlands, yeah. This is not
Yeah.
the same in anywhere in.
But still, Confucius said, even if your parent dead, you need to
Right.
spend the money, or you need to luxurious lifestyle after parent dead next for 3 years. Okay, you are very don't live like normal way. Okay, so this is a Japanese spirit. 3 years. Why they say that? Okay, your parents make you grown you up. Past 3 years, they're going to take care of you. The same thing. Parent dead, you need to go into your house. You should have more next 3 years.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, that's how you interpret respect, right?
So
I would.
Westerners don't have kind of mindset, right? But
No, we do. We do.
Eastern people, they should.
No. Actually, we do. The only thing that we answer that question, how to pay respect to your parents, we answer it with our answer is different from that in other countries in the world. For us, respecting your parents is respecting their wish, and if their wish is not to live beyond the point where they can no longer express their own will and are no longer capable of looking after themselves, then they'd rather not live any longer. If that is their wish, then we respect them by fulfilling that wish.
Well, this is very much influenced by religion and culture,
In Dutch culture, yes. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
But don't make a mistake, because this is absolutely
yeah,
not
I
allowed
understand.
in
I
any other
understand.
country.
Just put it here. I just throw it
yeah,
away
yeah.
later.
I will.
I understand. That's me. I know that Western culture, but not for Japanese.
Hmm.
But Japanese still young people change their mind, but old people, okay, educated people is not like that.
Yeah, I having witnessed how actually at the moment it's almost one third of the people
Okay, Japanese,
do not die of natural
Japanese
causes.
system is like that. When your parent going to take operation, at that time operation failed. At that case is they still alive, but no conscious.
Right.
At this case, how are you going to handle it? And Japanese hospital recommend you to stop life.
Right.
Okay, but if she has conscious, okay, they do not recommend to.
So you can stop life if there's no more conscious.
Yeah, just a sign. I'm
Okay.
going to make signature for them for doctor. In the at the operation failed, no conscious but still alive. You can take a choice.
I didn't know that. So that's
Yeah,
possible.
we signature for big operation. No conscious means Japanese is dead,
That right.
but still they are conscious. Say something, reaction, what I said, but we should not do that. Even if she can speak.
Right.
Okay. So this is so kind of era is coming very soon.
Right. But it becomes that case. It kind of makes sense. But what for example?
More clearly, okay, is she can speak, okay, or she can move by herself. But over 90 years old, tremendous people will going to be alive after 10 years.
Right. But
In this case, we cannot kill them. So who's going to take care of them? Family? No, it's impossible. So who's going to take care of them? Do we have the place for the handling for those people? No.
Well, we need to organize this one way or the other. I can see there's a whole platoon, a whole army of people who will fall out of the labor system. People who work as taxi drivers, who work as office workers, who work as shop staff everywhere. There is so many people out there whose jobs are on the line, and there's a clear way to fill this by giving basic support. Now, what you're describing, people who are living in the last stages of their life, will be very difficult. So that will be work for professionals. But I see that there's so much potential to actually bring a lot of the care of the people who do not really need to have 100%.
I observing that kind of how to take care of those. This is not normal. Many people they are not the normal people, and they moving around. So each floor is heavy locked, and they're shouting,
Right.
and they it's kind of crazy people.
Right.
So different people take care of those people.
Right.
Some cases try to handling for all the people like a material. At that time, I'm going to tell them, no, you shouldn't do that. But it's very difficult to love them, okay? And it's very cost very much. My case is every month I need to 300,000 yen, 3,000 US dollars. It's you normal people cannot pay for them, right? Very expensive.
Right.
But this is my case is cheapest. So in future, how Japanese people are going to take care of very senior people? This is a big issue. Government still they are very far behind to care of them. Who's going to handle it? My wife, no kidding. And half century ago, okay. And my grandmother the same. But that case at that time we don't have any care house.
Right.
And my mother took care of grandmother.
Right.
At that time, she's going to go to Echo to handling for those senior old people for 5 years, 10 years.
Right.
But now is recent, wife. They not willingly. Okay, they never take care of them.
But so what we see is that basically, but with the technological developments, more and more time will be freed up for a lot of people because they will be replaced. They will not be put in the labor force anymore.
But this is different, okay? Even if 1 hour going to take care of those senior members, heavy frustrating. Heavy frustrating. I cannot be patient at night. Every other hour, need to wake up. No, it's impossible.
Right. So
So baby,
that
okay, so
professional.
the mother will take care of mother who take care of them.
But of course, like in response to that, there will be younger generation who says, okay, well, I want to have a job. I need stability. I need to have a job. I need to have an income. So this kind of sector, I mean, it needs to be paid for.
No, I tell you, this recently young people never work like kind of heavy burden work. They don't like it. They can find that more easy job to get a certain level of payment.
So that means that probably the wages in that sector will need to
they
go up.
don't work dirty work. They never do that. They don't do that.
It's like what you always say about Africa.
Yeah, that's right. This is the current problem. This kind of problem is very serious, but no solution. China is a more big problem. They're going to have
There are money.
more than 10 million, 20 million, 30 million people are going to be 10 years later. Who's going to take care of all those huge people? Remember, no. What's happened? Social unrest, right? Like you, but you get out of there. All the people from a house. But all the people, they can walk, they can walk around town. Who's going to take care of those people? Government, they cannot. This is a problem. So this is a serious problem instead of younger people unemployment.
はい、皆さんこんにちは、雲野です。今日はですね、雲野塾の研修のプログラムをご紹介したいと思います。で、こういうふうなホームページありますけれども、ぜひですね、一度中身をご覧になっていただきたいと思います。今日はブーキューブさんのスタジオに来て、この収録をしておりますので、中身はこういうふうになってて、今最近ホットなね、グローバルリーダーの定義など書いてあります。で、特に経団連が作成しました、留学すれば英語ができて専門性を持つというだけではですね、グローバルリーダーになれないとここに書いてありますようにですね、仕事ができる専門性を持つ英語ができるだけじゃなくてですね、私どもの塾ではリベラルアーツということと、それからもう一つは孫子の兵を、さらにはですね、日本の歴史というものを合わせて教えることによって皆さんが海外の欧米の方々と、もしくは華僑圏の方々と正々堂々と渡り合えるような人物を育成しようというふうなことを考えています。ここに次のスライドが出ておりますけれども、ここに書いてありますのはですね、さらに、私どもの雲野塾の中身につきましてはですね、欧米の資料しか使っておりません。また実際に雲野塾は英語でやっておりますので、英語の講師が話しておりますけど、学習はですね、日本の歴史をまだ教えてますので、学習の午後はですね、日本のプログラムをしております。以前はこれ有料だったので、今はですね、実際に会場費も取っていただいておりませんで、毎回5000円ということで、朝9時から午後5時までやっておりますので、ぜひ皆さんですね、ご検討の上ご参加いただければと。英語のできない方もですね、学習の午後こういうふうな研修をしておりますので、ぜひご参加いただければというふうに思っておりますので、よろしくお願いします。で、ここにさらにですね、グループ討議とか実務の勘どころを教えると書いてありますけど、実際には私が10年ほどですね、欧米の新聞とか雑誌等をですね、集めてきた、もともと英語のベースでございますので、そうしたものをですね、50セッションのテーマに分けて資料作成しております。そういうことで、世界のオペレーション、もしくはカントリーリスクも含めてですね、しかも世界のトップの方々に対してもいろいろな分析とか洞察をしてですね、議論をしております。そういったことも含めてですね、今後ともよろしくお願いしたいと思います。以上で私の挨拶を終えますが、今回のこのビデオの収録にあたってはですね、V キューブさんのスタジオをお借りしてですね、お時間を頂戴して、このビデオを作成させていただきました。よろしくお願いします。どうもありがとうございました。